This is Laika Maravilla, a registered psychometrician, a trying hard educator, motivational speaker, and author. And it's time for us to share stories, insights, and lessons as we keep trying hard to be better together.
Towns asks, ano pong advice niyo sa tamad dati na gustong mag-improve na ngayon pero hirap na hirap makasabay? This episode is for those of you na dating tamad pero handa nang mapagod. That's what we're going to talk about in this new Trying Hard podcast episode. All right, welcome to a new episode of the Trying Hard with Laika podcast. And again, for those of you who are new, I'm seeing some of you bago kayo dito sa ating conversation. This is where yung mga people who are unapologetically trying hard in life, diba? Binranda natin yung mga sarili natin ng tryhards. This is where we gather and exchange thoughts. This is also where I get to be just Laika, kind of take off my blazer, leave being Coach Laika behind, and just talk about my own struggles and the things that I go through, the things I went through, and hopefully the lessons na pwedeng mapulot doon. So if you don't want to miss any of our next episodes, don't forget to follow this podcast. And if you're listening on Spotify right now, you can go and hit the bell icon para ma-notify kayo sa susunod nating episode. Alright? Now, sasagutin ko yung tanong ng ating, hindi man letter sender, pero comment writer na si Towns. Hindi niya nalagay yung name niya eh. And this is a comment I received sa Team Laika YouTube channel. Pero I feel na it's something that rings true sa lahat ng mga tryhards right now na nandun sa journey na yon. Na okay, Ate Laika, Coach Laika, na-convince mo na ako. Kasi you've been talking on and on about how we should try hard, how we shouldn't be ashamed of, going after our dreams or wanting to do more. Ngayon, ready na ako to take on that challenge. Gusto ko nang gawin yun, pero I don't know where to start. I feel discouraged because ang dami ko palang hahabulin. Okay. So, I'm going to give you a few things na parang process ito kasi dun sa idea ng paghahabol or dun sa idea ng pagbabago. Bakit? Kasi a lot of people think na ang pagbabago ng mindset is the end-all be-all ng lahat. Ibig sabihin, nagbago na ako ng mindset, ayoko na natatamad-tamad ako. So, hindi na ako tamad starting now. And then, mag-flick sila ng switch. Diba? May switch. Tas okay na. And then magically, parang yung mga napapanood natin sa movies, bigla ka na lang magaling, no? Pero I think I'm going to credit itong idea na to na parang okay, pag nag-decide ako na mag-change ako ng mindset, biglang gagaling na ako. I credit yung pagiging madali looking nung process na yun dun sa mga training montage, dun sa mga movies, right? If you've ever seen Rocky, Spy Kids, like all of these movies kung saan dati silang hindi magaling, tapos bigla na lang magkakaroon ng parang musical scoring, tapos papakita na okay, nag-jogging na sila, nag-airboxing sila, tapos nag-skipping rope sila ng mabilis, diba? Nag-speed bag sila ng mabilis, tapos biglang next scene na nun, after nun, is papabagsakin na nila yung sparring partner nila. Ibig sabihin, in a matter of, para sa ating nanonood, in a matter of maybe 20 seconds, doon sa kanta na yon or doon sa musical scoring na yon with all the dramatic na music, bigla na lang siyang magaling na. Now, the sad part sa training montage is that it looks easy, no? It looks like it's something na madaling gawin. Kasi nakita mo siya in such a short amount of time. 10 to 20 seconds lang Diba? Tapos magaling na agad si Rocky. Pa-champion na agad siya. But in life, hindi yun ganun kabilis at hindi yun ganun kadali. And even if i-break down mo rin yung mga ginawa niya, kasi syempre kumukuha lang ng a few seconds here and there dun sa kanyang training, hindi rin yun ganun kadali sa toong buhay. Kasi kung i-shoot mo yun in sequence, ilang beses din yun na ibabaklas, isa-set up, ilang beses din siyang kailangan tawakbo, akit, baba ng hagdan. Pero yung part na yun, hindi natin nakikita. A lot of the work that you're going to have to do if you want to catch up will happen in the background. And so, yun yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon. 5 things, okay, na I'm hoping matandaan din ninyo. I worked hard na magawing C sila lahat para at least medyo may mnemonic device tayo doon. Pero let's start off with something very important that a lot of people skip. the first step, kung tamad ka dati at gusto mong magbago pero hirap ka nang makipagsabayan ngayon, first thing you have to do is to congratulate yourself. Yes, congratulate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Make sure you celebrate this moment. Write it in your diary because that's precisely what I did then when I set out on this journey. Let me read my diary sa inyo, okay? Let me just grab it really quickly. Okay, this was dated June 28th, 2007. Just for context, ito yung time na I was just finishing off sa seminary. Tapos I'm setting out to start yung aking bagong college life sa Messiah College. And I wrote this. It's a prayer actually sa aking journal. I said, Lord, it looks like you wouldn't let me get away without really exerting any effort on becoming excellent. Please remind me of it when I get back to Manila and when the regular classes start. Don't let me be content with getting good grades without studying. You gave me intelligence for me to use it and not to abuse it. Remind me not to rely solely on myself but on your grace as you use my life. Don't allow me to start my education at Messiah with a bang and then destroy everything even before I finish. Don't let me be too confident so as not to forget the need for studying. That's just like a part of the entire thing na medyo mahaba-haba siya. Pero I still keep that and it's a really important treasure for me personally kasi that marks yung decision ko to stop living din itong life na slacking off. Parang ipapapasa ka naman kahit di ka nag-aaral, no? Or nakiraraos mo naman yan. So it's like closing a chapter in your life. And that is why I want you to congratulate yourself. Mark this moment. Ayoko na maging tamad. And I made this decision on this day, 2022. Bakit? Kasi if you have something like that, it's like, again, closing a chapter and opening a new one, mas mahirap bumalik sa dati mong gawi. Kung i-remind mo yung sarili mo all the time na, hindi, dating ikaw yun eh. Hindi na ikaw yun. Nag-promise ka, di ba? Nagsabi ka na hindi ka na magiging ganun. So you can hold yourself accountable then. But again, the first thing, congratulate yourself. Self-awareness is very important, no? And a lot of people talk about self-improvement. Ito, self-improvement. But the key here, sa totoo lang, the thing that gets you started is self-awareness. And yung bagay na yun, na pagtagumpayan mo na. Kasi handa ka na magbago yun. Na-realize mo na tamad ka dati. So, check ka sa self-awareness, pat yourself on the back. Congratulations, kapatid. You are on your way. No? Now, that's the first thing. Congratulate yourself. The second thing, hindi na siya as exciting. The second thing is this. You have to fully face the consequences of your actions. So again, congratulations. Now it's time for the consequences. And I could feel from your message, from your comment, na nandun ka eh. Nararamdaman mo na parang tamad ako dati, hindi ako nag-effort. Ngayon, nahihirapan ako makipagsabayan sa iba. Now, this thing right here, yung acknowledgement na nahihirapan kang sumabay, nahihirapan kang humabol, I want you to understand that that is a consequence of your actions. But understand na ganun, and understand din na hindi yun life sentence, na hindi yun na yung lahat na yun, doon natatapos yung lahat. Wala eh. Diba? Tanggapin natin, epekto siya ng previous decisions mo, which were not that good. Pero, dun sa recognition na yun, na parang okay, consequence ng actions ko, dito tayo magbibuild ng bagong foundation. A lot of people think kasi na, again switch eh. Yung parang, sumusubok naman ako ngayon, dapat kaya ko na, di ba? Dapat okay na ako. But what we have to understand is, years, maybe more than a decade pa nga ng kawalan ng disiplina, sabihin natin, ng hindi pakikinig sa teacher, ng hindi pagsubok, yung pinagdaanan before you got to this point. So, there will be consequences for your actions. But I don't want you to punish yourself. Kasi nangyari naman minsan, yun na, pag na-realize na, ay, napakahirap naman humabol, napag-iiwanan ako. Pag nakafocus sila dun sa consequence, ang nangyayari, we beat ourselves with those consequences. Masyado tayong nagdodwell dun sa consequences na yun. Na feeling natin tuloy, hindi na siya pwedeng mag-improve. And so people would just quit. Gusto ko sinubukan ko naman magbago, sinubukan ko naman mag-aral uli eh. Kaya lang masyado na akong far behind. Actually, hindi naman yun totoo. The thing lang is, again, kung matagal ka nang natutulog, di ba, at tumatakbo yung karera, kung matagal ka nang natutulog, syempre mas mahirap makahabol. Which leads us to the next point, which is you need to catch up. So congratulations yourself, face the consequence, and catch up. Now, himayin natin yung process na yan, but before we do that, let's just take a quick little break right here.
Siya yung bumibili ng planner, taon-taon kasi New Year, New You. Oo. Pero hindi niya naman sinusulatan. Wala yun. Kasi daw pangit yung sulat niya, sayang yung papel. Tapos minsan, January, okay pa, sinusulatan niya, ginagamit niya. February, okay pa. Tapos susunod niyang bubuksan, September na. Ganun ka rin ba? Ako rin kasi, kaya nga gumawa ko ng sarili kong planner. Ito ang planner na para sa mga try-hard, kagaya ko. At dahil hindi nakakahiya maging trying hard, mas nakakahiya to not try at all, nilagay na natin sa cover mismo. This planner is undated, kaya pwede mo simulan gamitin kahit kailan. At kung makakalimutan gamitin pwede mong gamitin ulit. Walang masasayang na papel. But I should warn you, this planner is not for everyone. Parang yung podcast natin. Others may look at it and say it's too much or it's too messy. Pero I made these choices para hindi kayo mahiyang gamitin. This is the kind of planner you can use and abuse. Aside from the monthly spread, weekly spread, at yung task list, meron din siyang mga activity sheets that you can use sa inyong journey sa personal development. At kung ready ka na bumili para sa'yo o para panregalo, you can go to bit.ly/tryinghard planner. And for the first 100 orders hanggang November 30, I will also include a dedication. Kung gusto nyo lang naman. You just let us know dun sa notes kung kaninong pangalan ang isusulat. Now, I always tell you to dream big, work hard, and start now. This planner right here is actually one of my big dreams, so thank you all for making it come true.
Alright, so paano mag-catch up? Well, ang catching up requires you to understand a few things. Number one, you're going to have to work harder than anyone else. Ulitin ko yun, ha? Catching up may mean having to work harder than anyone else in the room. I think this is the most humbling part ng buong experience Pag gusto mong magbago, pag gusto mong may mabago sa buhay mo, pag umamin ka na meron kang kakulangan and gusto mo nang bumawi, di ba yun yung term natin, bumawi you have to face the reality na hindi magiging kasing dali ang buhay sa'yo kaysa dun sa mga people around you. You will need to work harder than anyone else in the room. Kung nagsusolve na sila ng calculus, hindi mo pa-gets yung algebra, so babalik ka pa ngayon sa fractions, uurong ka hanggang sa finding the common factors, hanggang sa divisibility rules. So medyo hindi ayoko sabihin humiliating kasi negative yung connotation ng word na yon. But take this not as a humiliating experience, as in napapahiya ako, but take this as a humbling experience. Ibig sabihin, natututo ka. Hinaharap mo, hindi ka napapahiya, hinaharap mo yung realidad. Okay? Ino-own mo, tinatanggap mo that you need to play catch up. And what that means would be, siguro tulog na yung roommates mo, ikaw nag-aaral pa rin. Mga kaklase mo, hindi naman nagre-review. Ikaw nag-aaral ka ng maigi, pero baka yung grades nila mas mataas pa rin sa'yo. You will have to play catch up, and that requires you to make a strong effort sa lahat ng mga gagawin mo. Okay? So you'll have to work harder than anyone else. Now, the second part of playing catch up is related to our fourth point. Diba? Which is saying goodbye to comfort. So, goodbye to comfort. See uli yun, no? Goodbye to comfort. Bakit? Kasi itong realidad. You won't just need to work harder than anyone else in the room. In many cases, you will have to work harder than you've ever worked in your entire life. Ulitin ko yun, ha? It's not just about working harder than everyone else in the room. The sad part is for people who used to be tamad, diba, na gusto na magbago, hindi ka lang sumusukat sa mga katabi mo The reality of the situation is you're going to have to work harder than you've ever worked in your entire life. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Hindi ka sanay. And sinasabi ko yan kasi kaling ako dun no? Alam ko yung feeling. Hindi ka sanay magtrabaho Hindi ka sanay na mag-effort. Hindi ka sanay to even care. A lot of the people who come up to me and approach me and say na, Coach, gusto kong magbago. Dati akong tamad, dati akong walang pakialam sa grades ko. Pero ngayon na-realize ko, mas maganda pala kung laude ako para hindi ko na kailangan mag-civil service. Mas maganda pala kung salutatorian ako or valedictorian ako para makakuha ko ng scholarship. You know, these people who want to create yung change na yun sa buhay nila, the one thing that they fail to realize sometimes, which is the reason why they don't become successful, is that it's going to be a very uncomfortable situation. Kaya again, say goodbye to comfort. Kasi yung nakasanayan ng katawan natin, hindi na siya nag-fit dito sa bagong ikaw na binubuo mo, that you're piecing together. That part of who you are is going to be stripped away from you. And yung stripping na yon, yung training na yon ng sarili mo, ng katawan mo, to follow the process na maging masipag, na gawin yung tama, napaka-uncomfortable nun. It's very rare din na I agree with the Apostle Paul, no? But let me just read this part right here for you. May pagka-drama queen din talaga to si Apostle Paul. Pero in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, I'll just read from verse 24. No, he says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever." And again, this is not necessarily the point, but I just want you to see how relatable what you're going through is. Verse 26, he says, "Therefore I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air." Verse 27, which is my main point. "No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize." I like what he said there. I strike a blow to my body. So, hindi lang ako nagte-training, alam niyo yun, air fighting, di ba? Air punching, like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave. Now, why would Paul say that? Di ba? Bakit ganun yung definition ng disiplina, ng training to run a race to win the prize? Kasi yung katawan natin, no? We are creatures of comfort. Gusto natin nakahilatag, gusto natin nakaupo. Hindi madali to train your brain na I'm not the kind of person na tatambay lang, na walang gagawin, na hahayaan ko lang na itong katamaran ko hindi na lang siya face, pero it's a lifestyle, right? I've been telling people this, ang katamaran, pinapalipas yan, hindi yan pinapamuhay, no? Kasi yung iba talagang yun ang ginagawa Ang excuse na lang nila, as in, pag kinall out mo sila na, ba't hindi ka magtrabaho harder? Sabihin nila, matagal na akong tamad, bata pa ako, tamad na talaga ako. In-embrace na nila yon as part of their identity. So again, it's going to be hard to fight against those instincts na bumalik sa dati. So you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Something we already discussed in previous episodes. So if you haven't listened to those yet, pwede kayong bumalik sa mga dating episodes natin. But again, say goodbye to comfort. Now, the last thing na I encourage you to do, this is also very important, to make sure that this change is not just a week-long thing, no? Kaya nga nakakatawa kasi na-recording this ng March, kasi March ako nagre-record nito. Ang daming mga nag-New Year's resolution nung January, pero good luck na lang, diba? Kamusta na lang dun sa mga napapatupad pa yung resolutions nila hanggang ngayon. And if you're one of those people, kudos to you, no? Pero for most people, at least the ones who are sending me messages sa pages ko or sa Instagram, medyo nakalimutan na nila yung kanilang resolution. Ganun talaga So one thing that you could do would be to keep yourself from falling out of love with this entire process. You have to celebrate progress. That's the last C that we're going to talk about today. Celebrate progress. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Okay, dati hindi ko maintindihan yung fractions, hindi ko maintindihan yung topic namin, no? Nagko-quiz ako, dati ang score ko is 6/15. Kung yan ay naging 7/15, that's already progress. Kung yan ay naging 6/15 pa rin, ibig sabihin walang nagbago sa score, pero this time, alam mo na kung saan ka nagkamali. Nakikita mo na at the very least, ito pala yung ginawa ko, dapat pala ni lowest terms ko pala, dapat pala ito yung ginawa ko. Kung nasa spot mo na error, celebrate that. That is still progress. Now, kung nung nakikita mo yung errors mo at mas mabilis ka na ngayon kaysa dati. Diba? Kasi naka 6/15 ka dati. Naubusan ka pa ng oras kasi hindi mo nga natapos yung mga sinasagutan mo. Kung at the very least natapos mo yung test, progress pa rin yan. Celebrate that progress. And I'm not just telling you this like off the top of my head. I've had the privilege of coaching so many people through yung kanilang civil service examination or career service career service examination or civil service examination. And a lot of these people are way older than I am. So, mga mommies and daddies, 40s, 50s, some of them 60 pa nga, no? May mga record-breaking tayo. 62 yung oldest male passer natin, 58 yung oldest female passer natin, at least on record sa Team Laika. And hindi lahat sila, tipong nag-review ako tapos pumasa agad. I'll be very honest with you. And I think I'm just one of the few people who would be honest with you regarding that, no? Yung iba sa kanila, okay, bumili sila ng reviewer, tapos nag-attend sila ng live review, tapos nag-attend uli sila ng live review kasi hindi pa sila pumasa, tapos nag-attend pa sila uli or join sila ng online review hanggang eventually pumasa sila. And ako usually yung nagsasabi na huwag na po kayo umattend, di ba? So i-review nyo na lang yung materials na meron na kayo. Pero there was this one daddy, I will never forget him, who told me, sabi niya sa akin, alam mo coach, hayaan mo lang akong bumalik ng bumalik. Kasi dahil matanda na ako, nahihirapan na akong maintindihan yung mga lessons na dinidiscuss mo sa live ng kasing bilis ng mga classmate ko. Pero natututo pa rin ako. Sabi niya sa akin, nung una daw siyang bumili ng reviewer, at that time, mababa talaga yung score niya sa civil service. Pero masaya siya kasi nung nag-exam siya, for the first time, natapos niya yung test. No? So, sinelebrate niya yun. Sabi niya daw sa mga anak niya, finally natapos ko yung exam, nakarating ako sa dulo. Kasi ang nangyayari sa kanya, dahil nga mahaba yung ika-catch up ni daddy. Hindi kasi siya talaga daw naging mabuting estudyante nung nag-aaral pa siya. So, ang ginawa niya, sabi niya, nung nakatapos ako ng exam, nagpa-Jollibee ako sa mga anak ko. Kasi, sabi niya, first time na natapos ko yung test. Oo, alam niya daw hindi siya papasa. Pero ang importante, nakita niya na yung dulo. No? Nakita niya na, uy, kaya ko palang tapusin yung exam. Kahit mga mali, ang importante natapos. The next time na nagkita kami, sabi niya sa akin, coach, bumili ako ng reviewer, natapos ko na yung test. Mababa pa rin yung score ko, pero ngayon magre-review ko sa live review. Sabi ko, sige po, baka makakuha pa kayo ng ibang techniques. No? So, nakinig siya, ganyan. Isa siya sa mga attentive na daddy doon na nangangalabit ng katabi kapag hindi niya pa masyadong magets. And, watching those moments, pinakamasayang part ng live review para sa akin. I still get teary-eyed whenever I remember that. Yung nagtutulungan yung buong team na umattend pag lunch break na magturuan. Tapos, sinend niya sa screenshot nung after niyang mag-take ng exam nung kanyang score. Kasi may ratings pwede mo makita. Sabi niya, coach, tumaas na. Nasa na ako? Nasa 60s na ako. No? Kasi dati 40s lang yung kanyang score. 60s na, sabi niya. Magre-review ako uli. So, nag-review siya uli. Sabi ko nga, kahit hindi na po, no? Pero gusto niya masigasig siya. The next time na nag-exam siya, nasa 70s na. Now, the score required at the time was 80. No, kailangan maka-80 ka. And, you know what? I'm so happy that when he finally passed, no, sabi niya sa akin, nakakatawa nga yung framing niya pa, sabi niya sa akin, tama mo coach, sabi ko sa'yo kailangan ko lang ng isa pang review para makapasa ako. And more than yung process na yon na parang ang sipag-sipag niya, no? Ang tuwang-tuwa ako dun sa kwento na yon is the fact that every time may maliliit na progress dun sa kanyang quest or sa journey niya sa civil service eligibility, sineselebrate niya ng bonggang-bongga. Yung kasiyahan niya doon sa, dati hindi ko natapos yung test, ngayon natapos ko na pero bumagsak ako. Lamang pa yung saya niya na doon sa mga tao na kagaya ko, na nag-top ng exam. Sa totoo lang, like yung kagalakan niya na yun, the way that he celebrated yung progress niya is more than what I did when I celebrated topping the exam. And that taught me something valuable, which is the reason why I'm sharing this with you today. You have to really celebrate progress. Hindi yung, ano ba yan? 1 point lang nadagdag, ang dami kong in-effort. No? Kasi doon nagagaling yung frustration minsan Baliin natin yung mindset natin na yun. Parang, nag-effort ako, dapat instant reward. Hindi. Kasi ang binabago natin, hindi yung outcome. Ang binabago natin, yung sarili natin. Ang totoong change, ebidensya lang yung nangyayari outwardly. Yung tumaas yung grade mo, ebidensya lang yan. Mga side effects lang yan. Ang totoong tanong is, gaano ka nagbabago sa loob as a person? Are you being more self-disciplined? Are you being more focused? I guess that's the more important question. So again, balikan natin 5 things. Number 1, congratulate yourself. Number 2, get ready and face the consequences of your actions. 3rd, play catch up. Again, you will have to work harder than anyone else, harder than you've ever worked in your life. Number 4, say goodbye to comfort. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be painful sometimes. You're going to have to cry sometimes, but it's okay. And then number 5, make sure that you celebrate progress. little or big, progress is still progress. And we're all fighting for that. So, yan muna for now. I'm hoping may napulot kayo sa conversation na to. If you want to ask for advice as well, comment lang kayo, send a message to me through my Facebook accounts. Maganda rin if you can join the Trying Hard podcast community for updates at saka doon natin i-open yung opportunity for you to send your letters or send your own situations if you want my advice. Again, that's on Facebook. Right now, you just look for Trying Hard podcast community para mahanap niyo kami doon. Share your thoughts. Kung may maipapayo rin kayo dagdag doon sa 5 sinabi ko kanina, I would love to hear that. Go ahead and tag me na lang at Laika Maravilla on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at the Laika Maravilla page. And I would love to hear that. Use the hashtag Trying Hard with Laika and I would love to see kung ano yung mga maipapayo nyo rin. Okay? Again, follow the podcast for more. And as we always say sa podcast na ito, dream big, work hard, start now. Don't be afraid to be called trying hard. Kaya niya.